So, hi, Robert Lann, Sensative. I work with sales of our platform, Yggio. Um, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of use cases that we are working with and our, our view on proptech and real estate world and digitalization of buildings and so forth. I am going to share my screen here. I'm going to talk about a couple of use cases and how we actually make data accessible and actionable. But to get to the use cases, I would need to do a short introduction of Sensative, who we are and what we do first, so you get the feeling for how we see things. We are an Internet of Things company. We are a product company. We love to work with the system integrators and partners. We have two lines of products. One is our own line of hardware, our strip sensors, small form factor, 10-year battery. The architects love it. But today we're going to focus on the other part, which is the software, Yggio. We have been in the IoT space for 8 years. I think we have something unique and quite advanced here at Sensative. So Yggio, our platform is quite simple really to understand. We southbound, so to speak, downwards in the tech stack. We integrate through any given standard or protocol or technology that you could put forward to us. We have built our platform to make it fairly easy to integrate to different devices and building systems, and especially, of course, the modern IoT space is our home turf. That's where we have a black belt, so to speak. Then we bring all the data into our platform, where we translate the payload that we get. And then we try to normalize the data so that if you have a temperature reader, already existing in the building, and then you have a modern kind of IoT device, both devices will give you different kind of payloads. So what we want to do is normalize the data. So upwards in the stack, when you use the data, it's going to be expressed in a similar way or the same way. Keep in mind that IoT or integration downwards is for us bi-directional. So that means that we can control devices also. We can, configure the set values or turn on a light or upgrade a device if that's possible. Or we're always constrained by the devices themselves and the protocols being in use. Then we also have like an automation engine inside of Yggio where we can react on data. So if you have like a water leakage sensor detecting a water leak, then if we have that connected, turn off the water. Just makes sense and saves you a lot of money. So it's an if this then that kind of automation engine. Upwards in the stack, we deliver 100% of all functionality and all data through our APIs. You can add users, add a device, configure a device, turn on a light, or whatever you would like to do. You do it through our API. Of course, when you use Yggio, you will have some administrative tools that is included, and all these are outside of our API, obviously. But we will only give you a limited set of like visualization. You can place the devices on a map and stuff like that. But the actual value, if you want to do the real cool apps and create the web page of your dreams, then that most likely is not Sensative who will deliver that. So we are talking about an ecosystem where we are a lot of different organizations, making things happen together. We work in the real estate and the building domain, but we also work in other spaces. We are doing quite cool projects in shipping and in agriculture, and also, of course, smart city kind of projects. And we see that all these eventually will start to interacting with each other. Yeah. So I have 4 different use cases that I thought that I would share. These are quite different projects and quite different customers, but there is a common thread, I would say, and I'll get back to that once I'm done. So first off, we are working with a Swedish municipality on the west coast here in Sweden, where we actually measure. We have desk occupancy kind of sensors at the pupils' desks in a classroom in a school. But we also measure air quality and the noise, the volume, in the sound in the room. And we have had that out for half a year in the school, in a particular classroom to try things out. And what was so very interesting is because we know that the work environment and how things are in the classroom heavily affects the learning curve. So, but what we could see is that the temperature and also actually the volume in the classroom increased day by day from Monday to Friday. Then the room needed Saturday, Sunday to actually get back to the normal temperature level. So, and in the smart cities, they often talk about using the existing facilities to work, have them being in use even on Saturdays and Sundays for other purposes. What we see is that if you're going to do that, my dear friends here in the municipality, you need to upgrade the ventilation system, or otherwise your pupils will have bad student results, so to speak. Next case is a large multi-family, rental apartments kind of houses. They are international, and we are doing a project in the greater Stockholm area. And quite interesting for us, it was a very easy, from a technical standpoint, project. It's only one use case, but in a lot of houses. The core business case was to have an average temperature for each building to be able to, for our customer, to be able to lower the heating costs, saving 4%, I think, in operating costs per degree that they lower the temperature. But a nice side effect was that their support organization all of a sudden had detailed insights. So whenever the tenant were calling in, they was complaining about it's too hot or too cold. They could actually see in detail what the exact the temperature and humidity was like. And if it was a problem, then they'd fix it. Otherwise, they had some data to stand on. So much better customer support. The next case, bottom left, is a commercial real estate company, which, as opposed to the last one, is actually, as of right now, we're doing just 2 buildings, but there's a lot of use cases instead. So we are integrating to some pre-existing building systems, but we are also popping out access cameras to measure the people counter, so we know in real time exactly how many people are in the building and at what story they are at. Also, actually, we measure the desk occupancy, so we know, how the office is being used. Really, that's what our customer is looking for, to understand how, both how it's used and how it's perceived by the tenants that are in the house. So very interesting. We're mixing different kind of technologies in this case. It's been very fun to work with them. Then on top of our platform, they are doing their own real estate core based, their own internal platform. The last one is small family houses, one family villas, quite large producer. And for a number of types of houses, the customer has the option of actually buying a smart house, which is for us a very cool case also, because we are integrating to like the solar panels on top of the roof. We're connecting to the boiler, the heating system. And then we also add a lot of, classical smart home kind of things, comfort and lights and temperature and also security stuff like open and close doors and these kind of applications. So both even though it's newly produced, I would say it's operational technology, the building systems that we are integrating to. So these were 4 different use cases which we are working with, and I think that the thread here is that what we are doing for our customers with our platform is that we are separating and hiding the complexity in doing the integration downwards in the stack to all these different types of both modern things, modern IoT, and the old kind of building systems, which when I'm talking to my customers, they're I am having problems getting the data out, but that's not all that big of a problem actually. With new IoT devices, you can get whatever kind of data you want to create the value. So in all these 4 cases, what we are doing is we are disconnecting like the lower tech levels of things, and then we're using our platform to normalize the data and provide the data upwards, giving our customers and partners the possibility to create value in different shapes and different forms here. So from our standpoint, the most important is to create your own kind of architecture, your own kind of plan or your roadmap on how to move forward, and make sure that you disconnect these different kind of technology layers from each other, rather than doing things the way that we have been doing for decades. We know that there is a lot of vertical ready to go solutions, and they're all fine. A lot of energy focused, energy oriented cases, and we think they are great. But as an organization, you will have thousands and thousands of different types of technologies that you need to connect to, and you will have multi-protocol issues and different types of devices. So you better make sure that you have the possibility to connect to each and every one of them in a secure and scalable way, which is what we do here at Sensative. I think I should stop there. Thanks for listening. I hope you had a good 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it was. Please contact me. My email is lann@sensative.com. I'll be happy to talk to you guys. Yeah, thank you.